Medical students often ask me if there was one book, and only one book, that I could recommend for them specifically, what would it be? And the answer is Why We Sleep by Professor Matthew Walker. And this is because I have never seen a better description of how something that students are pretty much known for throughout the world, and that is partying, how it affects studying and fact retention. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Mike, a GP working in Manchester, UK, and also a junior doctor trainer. In this short video, I will describe to you an amazing experiment that was described in this book that actually makes it worth reading. This book pretty much summarizes 20 years of sleep research by the author and was the #1 Sunday Times bestseller and book of the year in 2017 for TLS, Observer, Sunday Times, FT, Guardian, Daily Mail, and Evening Standard. So yeah, I think a lot of people actually liked it. Lack of sleep will cause heart attacks, dementia, cancers, chronic pain, mental health, obesity, immune deficiencies, and pretty much make your fall off. But let me describe this one experiment that really transformed the way I think about sleep, studying, and partying. So here's the experiment. He splits his class into 2 groups on Monday, spends the whole day teaching both groups, and then at the end of the day makes them take a test to see how much they could remember. And most of them score 90+%. He then told them that they will have the exact same test next week on Monday just to see how much they can remember. Now here's where the fun bit starts. So the first group was allowed to sleep naturally and fully in the intervening nights. The second group, however, on that first Monday in the evening was loaded with 2 to 3 shots of vodka, and that was mixed in with orange juice, standardizing the specific blood alcohol amount on the basis of gender and body weight. Now guess what the results were a week later on that next Monday. The first group, the non-alcoholic group, they pretty much scored the same, if not better, 90+% marks. And here's the absolute shocker. The drinking group forgot more than 50% of what they learned. That's 50%, about half of what they learned, and just with a few shots on that first night. Can you imagine? So in this video, I present my top 3 tips for students who are preparing for their exams. And the last tip describes this exact phenomenon. So yeah, the take-home message here, guys, is pre-exam drinks do not exist, no matter what your best mate tells you. Now, if you feel like sticking around, there was one more experiment that I absolutely loved and would love to tell you about. And this will be the last thing about this book. And this is actually an experiment that I often share with patients who are struggling with insomnia. Again, 2 groups of students. Both groups are given the exact same book, the first group in paper form, and the second group an LED screen version of the book. Now, Prof Walker creeps into their dorm rooms at night. I mean, he probably didn't do that, but somehow gets some blood samples out of them and measures their sleep hormone levels, most notably melatonin. Lo and behold, in the paper version of the group, melatonin peaks at around 11, sending a clear signal to the body to start shutting down for the night. But believe it or not, melatonin levels in the LED screen group only peaked at 3 a.m. This is probably why, if you are struggling to sleep, you should remove all LED screens from your room at least 2 hours before planning to go to sleep. Right, that's it, guys. I hope that was useful. If you would like to have a look at the 1-page summary that I normally send to patients that describes most sleep hygiene techniques, I'll leave it in the description below. Otherwise, good luck.